Hey everybody, welcome to Reading the Bible to Cats. I found my old Bible, like the one that was gifted to me when I first became a believer, and I've been going through things in my room, trying to organize, but it's called the Open Bible, and what is it's the New American Standard Bible. It's funny because I haven't read this translation in ages, and I remember thinking it was a more contemporary translation, but it really isn't. It's a little wooden, the translation, but I just I I underlined so much and highlighted so much at that time. But I'm going to read a psalm from my first Bible, everybody, from my first Bible. I don't know why I'm talking like this. Um, excuse me. Okay, so I'll read Psalm 30, a song of the dedication of the house, a psalm of David. I will extol thee, O Lord, for thou hast lifted me up, and hast not let my enemies rejoice over me. O Lord my God, I cried to thee for help, and thou didst heal me. O Lord, thou hast brought up my soul from Sheol. Thou hast kept me alive, that I should not go down to the pit. Sing praise to the Lord, you, his godly ones, and give thanks to his holy name. For his anger is but for a moment, his favor is for a lifetime. Weeping may last for the night, but a shout of joy comes in the morning. Now, as for me, I said in my prosperity, I will never be moved. O Lord, by thy favor thou hast made my mountain to stand strong. Thou didst hide thy face. I was dismayed. To thee, O Lord, I called, and to the Lord I made supplication. What profit is there in my blood if I go down to the pit? Will the dust praise thee? Will it declare thy faithfulness? Hear, O Lord, and be gracious to me, O Lord, be thou my helper. Thou hast turned for me my mourning into dancing. Thou hast loosed my sackcloth and girded me with gladness, that my soul may sing praise to thee and not be silent. O Lord my God, I will give thanks to thee forever. Okay, everybody, that's the end of Psalm 30. And yeah, that's a lovely psalm, isn't it? I mean, it's so funny. I haven't read this translation in so long, and to me, it sounds a little like the KJV, but I mean, at the time I was into this translation, it didn't seem that way, but there's a lot of thou didst and thou didst not. I don't know. Um, I wrote a little note on the side here. Let's see what I said. Boy, my handwriting was so different back then. It was kind of like bubbly. You know what I mean by that kind of handwriting? It's a little juvenile, my handwriting. Um, let's see. I wrote Jesus's blood only completes all what? All else shadow. Oh wait, sorry. Jesus's blood only complete an acceptable offering. All else shadow of substance to come, pointing to Jesus's blood. I'm wondering, that doesn't seem to fit with this psalm why I wrote that. Hmm, I don't know. But anyway, that was my little note. Excuse me, everybody. Sorry. I have morning congestion. That's not anything you'd want to hear. Do. Yeah, let's see what's in that. This is what I underlined. Oh, it's funny. I also have a note, Psalm First Chronicles 21:27. See First Chronicles 21:27. That's what I wrote. Let's turn there and see what that's about. First Chronicles 21:27. Okay, I'm turning the pages. First Chronicles. Turning. Let's see what that note's about that I wrote. Okay, let's see what First Chronicles 21:27 is. Oh, and the Lord commanded the angel, and he put his sword back in its sheath. Well, that's weird. And then I have a little note here that says refer to Psalm 30. I really don't know what the connection is here between the. And the Lord commanded the angel, and he put his sword back in its sheath. Refer to Psalm 30. Well, the verse before that, let's read the verse 26. Then David built an altar to the Lord there and offered burnt offerings and peace offerings. And he called to the Lord, and he answered him with fire from heaven on the altar of burnt offering. And the Lord commanded the angel, and he put his sword back in its sheath. Okay. Why is there Psalm 30? Why is Psalm 30 referenced here? I have no idea why. And then I also wrote First Chronicles 21 verse 7, etc. Okay, let's First Chronicles 21 verse 7. Let's look at that. First Chronicles. Oh no, I forgot. Wait a minute. First Chronicles 21 verse 7. Okay, let's see what that says. And God was displeased with this thing, so he struck his. I don't understand why I made these notes. Sorry, everybody. It doesn't seem to fit with the psalm. I just thought. I don't know why. I don't get it. I don't get what I was thinking or what I was studying. Huh. Okay, whatever. Anyway, back to the psalm. Let's disregard my notes from probably decades ago that don't speak to me now, and I don't understand. About the psalm, yeah, of course, the famous verse, "Weeping may last for the night, but a shout of joy comes in the morning." That's very a beautiful, famous verse. So something to think about, when you're going through something really difficult, that joy will be on the other side of it. Um, what else? Oh yeah, I cried to thee for help, and thou didst heal me. That happened to me in my life, definitely. Yeah, I can't say that that has not happened. That definitely happened. I cried to the Lord, and He did heal me. And then there are other times where I cry to the Lord and like it's not immediate. I don't get an answer. I just flip the page and I see another note. Let's see if I can show you I have a little note that's next to the passage. It says me exclamation point 92602. Here, I'll show you. Me. Let's read that. This is from Psalm 33. And I'll just read well, I guess I could read the whole psalm. Why not? Okay, Psalm 33. Well, let me read that passage where I say me. Verse 14 of Psalm 33. From his dwelling place, he looks out on all the inhabitants of the earth, he who fashions the hearts of them all, he who understands all their works. The king is not saved by a mighty army. A warrior is not delivered by great strength. A horse is a false hope for victory, nor does it deliver anyone by its great strength. Behold, the eye of the Lord is on those who fear him, on those who hope for his loving kindness, to deliver their soul from death. Yeah, I think that last verse 19 really spoke to me, to deliver their soul from death, because I had been on the doorstep of death. I made this little note September 26, 2002, and I was on the doorstep of death in 2000, and it took me about a year to recover. So I think in 2002, I was just like, had survivor euphoria. But it's true. We did deliver. It's weird because I had survivor euphoria, but also had PTSD. So I still, it's like um I had this incredible like joie de vivre, and I was so grateful to the Lord, because He really did heal me and answer me, listen to my cry for help. And so I had this survivor euphoria, and I was holding that intention with the trauma and the like medical PTSD, basically. Um, yeah, it's just weird to hold those two things in tension. Oh no, Guster's coming and he's gonna step on the camera. Oh boy, he's gonna knock the lie down. Oh, lie down, Guster. Lie down. Oh no, he's gonna hug me and it's gonna knock the camera down. Oh no, I don't want I gotta hold the camera. Hold on. Sorry, everybody. It's Guster. Um, but he's such a little hugger. Anyway, what was I saying? Oh yeah, to hold those two things in tension in your soul is really hard. But it kind of reminds me, and I hope this isn't presumptuous or pretentious, but of like how Jacob wrestled with the angel, basically the Lord. And it was an all night struggle. And I'm sure that wrestling match was not fun, especially if you're wrestling with an angel or with the Lord Himself, and struggling and sweating and, with someone far greater and stronger than you, and striving and just, and then at the end, Jacob says, you know, I won't let you go until you bless me. And then didn't the angel touch, or the Lord touch, his thigh, and then he forever walked with a limp, but he was blessed. That's kind of how I feel about what I went through. Like it gave me a metaphorical limp, but yet I was blessed. It's kind of strange to hold those two things in tension. But anyway, enough about me. What about you? Let's see if you can hear Guster purring. Okay, well, I think we'll close with a prayer. I'll read Psalm 33 another time. Um, and it's the afternoon, and I want to post this today at 5, so hopefully uploading won't be a problem. I'll just pray. Lord, thank you for healing me all those years ago, decades ago. And I thank you for my miracle. Of course, I don't really like the limp, the metaphorical limp I have, the vulnerability and the, um, you know, what I went through. I can't say I mean, it did strengthen my faith, that I can say. And I'm sure without that experience of struggle, I'd be more apt to be kind of wayward and floating kind of with respect to my faith. But I pray for anybody who's watching or listening who's crying out to you and would like healing or a touch from you or a blessing. I pray that you would be that for them. And Lord, I just ask that touch and bless everyone who's tuned in or is watching or listening just because, I don't know, because you love them. So I pray for everybody, Lord. And I just, of course, lift up everything that's going on in the world, Lord. Help us not to fret because of evildoers, to be upset, but to pray for those who are suffering. I, of course, pray for the peace of Jerusalem, for the protection of Israel, and for your people, all your people, Lord, the Jewish people and all the people who love and seek you. Pray for anybody who's, hurting, that you alleviate that pain. And I pray all these things in Jesus' name and Yeshua HaMashiach's name. Amen, everybody. Now I can't turn the camera off because the kitties are being cute. Well, but you can't really see their faces, but yeah, Guster has allergies and his little eye he has allergies. Uh-oh, where's he going now? Oh, okay, everybody. Well, let's say goodbye. All right, hope you're well. And yeah, well, what else do I want to say? Yeah, weeping may last for a night, but joy comes in the morning. The night can last a while, but there's joy on the other side. All right, I'll talk to you later. Bye.